Now to a Target 12 investigators exclusive, drug doubts. The first new Alzheimer's drug in nearly 20 years was approved in a recent and controversial FDA decision, and it's now being given to patients in Rhode Island.
But the monthly infusions of Biogen's drug come with a nearly $60,000 per year price tag, and it's unclear if healthcare companies will cover it.
There are also questions about its efficacy.
I don't know any scientists that aren't funded by Biogen that believe strongly that the evidence is clear. And frankly, I don't even know scientists funded by Biogen that will tell you that the evidence is a slam dunk.
Target 12 investigator Tolly Taylor interviewed the only Rhode Island doctor giving it to his patients and another doctor who advised the FDA to reject it. Tolly joins us now with the exclusive report.
State health officials say Alzheimer's disease affects 24,000 Rhode Islanders. But after an advisory committee overwhelmingly voted against approving the controversial drug, and the FDA did anyway, questions linger about the drug's efficacy, as well as which insurance companies will cover it. Dr. Stephen Soloway says he's been involved in the clinical trials for Biogen's Alzheimer's drug Aduhelm since 2013. When Aduhelm is given to people in the early stages of the disease, he says, it can be effective.
The goal is to keep people in a milder state for longer, to delay the progression of the memory loss if we can.
The Department of Health confirmed for Target 12 that in Rhode Island, the drug is only being administered at Butler Hospital. And Soloway says 4 patients are currently receiving the monthly infusions. Soloway, who says Biogen paid him for consulting work and trainings, but not for clinical research, calls the FDA's approval of Aduhelm, quote, a new treatment era for Alzheimer's.
But coverage is key. Tolly, it's really the essence here. If there's no coverage, there's no access. Only rich people will be able to get in. We have a waiting list of about 100 people. There's a lot of interest.
Medicare announced in July it will make an initial decision about Aduhelm coverage in 6 months. Rhode Island, Massachusetts Blue Cross Blue Shield affiliates originally announced they'd make a decision about coverage at the end of July. They now tell Target 12 that a decision won't be made for several weeks. Blue Cross Blue Shield affiliates in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York, and Kansas have announced they're not currently covering treatment. Point32 Health, the second biggest health insurer in Massachusetts, says it won't cover the drug.
The fact that these institutions are declining to provide or administer or cover this drug speaks to the lack of evidence regarding whether it's safe and effective.
Dr. Caleb Alexander argues insurance companies' unwillingness to cover the $56,000 per year drug is closely linked to its tumultuous approval process. Alexander is one of 11 members of the FDA's advisory committee, which he says only meets for complex decisions. The committee met in November 2020 to review the clinical trials of Aduhelm, with none of the members voting to approve it. 7 months later, the FDA did anyway.
I've never seen anything like this. I don't think any of my colleagues have either. 2 studies were performed, and they didn't clearly show that the drug worked.
3 of the 11 committee members resigned over the FDA's decision. The controversy centers on 2 phase 3 clinical trials of the drug that contradicted each other, one showing no change and one showing a slight benefit. Additionally, about 40% of the phase 3 trial participants receiving a high dose experienced brain swelling or bleeding.
But this has been a manageable side effect, and most people have had actually no repercussions from having it.
Part of the FDA's condition for approving the drug, Aduhelm has to go through another clinical trial. Alexander says that trial won't be completed until 2030. With the Target 12 investigators, I'm Tolly Taylor, 12 News.